Hello guys, in this short tutorial video, I'm going to show you how to use a Origin Pro 2016. Okay, my version is as I said earlier, it's a 2016. I don't know what kind of version you have, but basically it's pretty the same. Okay, maybe there's some icons or maybe some features which is not there in the 2016. Alright, so when you load your first Origin Pro, what you can do is, I think this will show you only the book. Okay, so basically this is the worksheet, so means that you can put all your data all inside in this book before you can create a graph. All right, so before we can do the graph, so we need to learn something from the book. Okay, there's some important things that you need to know. All right, so what I would like to highlight here is about this Project Explorer. So Project Explorer is just like the trees verification, just like in your Katia if you learned before. So you need to enable it because everything will be information will be there. So if you move the cursor to this button here and you remove that, it will disappear, isn't it? So what you need to do is to make it permanently visible permanently. So you just click here, this is a pin button, you click and it will stay there forever. So if you look at this Project Explorer, okay, you can see that this is the book one, which is refer to this Windows, which is a book one or the worksheet. And with this you can rename it as you like, which is for composite, for example. Okay, you can also put a long name, okay, if you like. And if you look, this is a folder, you can create a lot of folder in one single files in the Origin Pro. So the untitled means that this actually is a file for the Origin Pro. You can rename it as well, it's up to you. Okay, so that's why this untitled is basically is your files here. It's pretty the same. Okay, if you go to the folder one, you can show the worksheet. All right, just maximize it. All right, so this is the worksheet. If you look at this, there's only two column here, which is a X and Y. So it means that if you want to create a graph, basically one sample you need a X and Y. X means that the X-axis, Y is a Y-axis. Okay, if you have a, let's say that you want to have a 3 samples in one graph, mean that you have to have a 6 number of column. So in order to do that, you just right click on the worksheet and add new column. Okay, right click on the column. So basically this is the worksheet for where you can put your data here. So before you can plot a graph, you need to tweak something here, which is the look. Okay, if you look at this here, I mean, you can see the X, Y, 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 Y. It means that let's say that you have a different sample, basically you need the X, Y. So you need to change it. If you X, Y, Y, Y mean that the graph will be depend on the X, the same. But in reality that you have a different samples. So the X would be this different from the sample number 1, and X also will different with what call it the sample number 2. So you need to tweak slightly here, which is this one, because we want to turn into the X. Okay, so you right click, you go to the properties here. Okay, properties. Okay, so you see the column properties, and go to the properties tab here. You need to change it into or go to the options and try to have a look on the block designation, turn it to the X. Okay, turn it to the X as well. Alright, so you see that it has turned to X1 to Y1, X2 and Y2. So do another one as well. Okay, properties. So turn to the x. Okay. Alright, so after you finish this, okay, you know that you need to label your x and y axis. So for this one, the example is about the tensile properties, which is the tensile strength versus tensile stress. So this is a tensile stress. So this is a tensile strength. Okay. Okay. Alright. So the unit is, you know, the tensile stress. Sorry, tensile stress actually is a x. Okay, I just put it here. Tensile strength is a y. It's x axis. Okay. So the unit would be for the tensile strength will be the percentage, isn't it? Okay, so the tensile stress usually we call it a megapascal or MPa. Alright, so since in the example I'm going to use a 3 type of samples, I just copy back here. Okay, and then you go. Alright, for the comments, it's actually a name of your samples, which is going to be appear in the legend in the graph. For example, this is your untreated, or maybe just to say as the as received sample. Okay. Alright, so this will be your call it your 36-day samples, which you submerge it inside the water, whatever it is. Alright, so it's done. So for this function, I don't want to touch it. Basically, it's just like Excel. You put formula inside it. Okay, that's why there's a function of x. Alright, so next is what you can do is to put all the data inside. Okay, so I have a example here. Okay, you can see that there is 1,000 of it. Okay, so just copy and paste it inside the box, but there's some missing data here. Unfortunately, I forgot to copy. Alright, and okay, I put it here, paste. Okay, it's done. So after you have complete this, now you can plot the graph, which is I'm going to show you in another video. Okay, because the problem is I'm using the bending cam, which is a free version, only limited up to 10 minutes. Okay, I will continue in the next in the next video.